Hong Kong crowd have been stunned, I think, as much as the players may have been, with 33 points in the first half. Hong Kong haven't even been in the opposition 22. I'm not even sure they've been in the opposition half. Maybe at a restart, that's about it. Five tries out of 6 visits to the Hong Kong 22. That's a remarkable tally. And now, with the changes, Neil Powell comes on, Chris Dry to Delport, and Branco de Prier looking for the support, and Delport looking so fit. It's a little Branco de Prier just pushes a guy away, but the pass went away though from S.Africa. So not that perfection at the start of the second half. Branco de Prier, deep sweeper here. Just out of the picture, so he's really deep. Covering a possible angled kick maybe, but Hong Kong need to keep this ball in their hands and come back here. This is Fan Chung Kie. Hardly had the chance to mention any of their players, so much possession has been in the hands of Africa. Adam Raby, the debutant, 24, replaced Mark Wright, who has recently had a shoulder operation. Penalty to Hong Kong, offside by the Springboks. Sometimes it doesn't really matter, does it, if it's a metre one way or the other?
Well, I was going to say there's so little in it to bring them back and allow South Africa to set their defence now.
Yeah, and it's not even in an attacking position, you know, in the other 22. There we go. This is a bit more in terms of continuity of possession. Anthony Haynes, the captain. Well, an early try here would lift the morale. He must have been stunned. Sebastian Perkins sends it wide by Adam Raby now. Robertson. First touch he's had, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether that's the right call. As I say, I think the ball was there, he sealed it. They seem to be obsessed with this breakdown of trying to get it right, as opposed to just the ball was in control of Hong Kong. They hadn't done anything wrong. He hadn't come off his feet. Nigel hadn't left his feet.
That's what I thought. It's certainly been in the discussion points of this week, hasn't it? Refereeing the ruck. Remember, there's usually only one person in the ruck. If you can call it then, it has to be 2. That's a try for Chris Dry. He's having a good game, isn't he? A 23-year-old. As a youngster, was ambitious to get into the Super 14. Played in the Cheetahs in their development side under 21. But has settled in. This is now his 7th tournament with the Springbok 7. And rather like James Rodwell, has improved and improved with experience. He looks a very useful forward. We always felt they banked solely on Frankie Horn, but this man is making a big impact. Chris Dry. Well, that's a fine conversion as well. That's the other role, of course, that Africa's taken over as the principal drop goal kicker. And where is he up to now? 79, about 81, 82, something like that, since he took over. And of course, nearly all these points have come this season. He's only in his 12th tournament, and that's an extraordinary thing, and he seemed to think he's been there forever, scoring over 400 points. And here they go again, and it's Dry again, getting the pass from Boom Prinsloo. Good to see him back, by the way, Prinsloo, because he got injured in Wellington and missed the Las Vegas triumph. I'll tell you what, all the signs here, I mean, again, they're not playing New Zealand or Australia or England, Samoa, but they are looking a class act again, like they did in Las Vegas.
Just a counter ruck there. And Prinsloo just using his strength and power to drive over the ball. And really the rest was just formality. And this will be bread and butter for S.Africa. And on that, he's given the commentator's curse.
It's sad, isn't it, for the crowd, because they love to support and cheer them on. I mean, I remember last year, admittedly it was the Shield final, when they beat Russia in 1917, and that was a real sort of high point and a triumph. Hong Kong have won a bowl here. That was way back in the start of the IRB 7 series. And prior to that, prior to the last 11 years, they won a plate 3 times. But at the moment, it's very one-way traffic. South Africa just escaping on their own line here, Hong Kong, having to run from behind their own goal line. Or trying to. Almost getting forced back and finally concede the 5-metre scrum.
We've got to say, that's a sign of Hong Kong. They're a class. There are some good players here for Hong Kong. That's the part that we need to keep stressing. It's just a wonderful performance by South Africa.
Well, it's a setback for him, but he must realise, and I'm sure he does, that they're up against a side on a west crest of a wave. Or was it a west of a crave? So who's going to score here? Sitoli, I think, probably on the right. Or maybe Africa on the switch. Oh, he's gone open. Mbavani is the other new youngster in the South African squad, has come on as replacement. An 18-year-old, Shotso Mbavani, who Paul True sort of kept an eye on since he was 15, wearing the number 11, and only just 18. He won't be 19 till next October, and he's been in the Craven Week, that's the schools tournament. And playing in that tournament, he was spotted initially by Paul True. Watched him for 3 years, and here he is now stepping up and getting his first experience. And there he is with the tackle. Not much wrong with that. Tackling Adam Raby. Hong Kong with the hooter. Well, it'd be a shame if they weren't to get a score in this game, but it doesn't look like it now as a knock-on by South Africa. So there we are. Held up, the hoot is gone, the game is over. Well, for me, I'll remember the first 7 minutes, 33-0 at half-time. 5 tries out of 6 visits to the Hong Kong 22, and the crowd just hushed here. It's disappointing because they were just outclassed in this game. Hands shaken, and for Hong Kong, yes.